goes the Mercedes in the shop. Kento, are you ready for a nice little drive? Kento, did you just roll down that shit yourself, dude? Oh my god, he is. What the fuck? Kento, stop. You're scaring me, buddy. Look at that shit. Will I scrape? Oh, no scrape. Amazing. Like I was trying to say last night, this is my 2014 BMW 228i, and it is a fucking ruckus. It's so much fun. It was my first car that I bought by myself with my own money, and I do not regret it to this day. I still recommend this car. If you're in high school, just got out of high school, if you're in college and you want a nice, fun car that you can throw around that's not too expensive, that's got perfect power, perfect weight distribution, the chassis is amazing, and you want to stay under like $20,000-$25,000, I think this is the perfect car. And I think you can even get the 6-cylinder version, which I couldn't at the time. You can get the M235 or the M240 for not that much more expensive, and you get a hell of a lot more car. But if you have to settle for the 4-cylinder like I did, it's a lot of fun, man. I have a plug-and-play tune that adds like 30 horsepower, and we straight piped it as well, so it sounds a little bit better. All in all, we're running like 280 horsepower in this thing. It weighs, I don't know, just over 3,000 pounds, and it's perfect. It's so much fun. I can actually get down on the pedal. I can step on it without having to worry about speeding tickets or going to jail or smashing into the car in front of me. It's fun in a way different way compared to the C63, and it's not more fun, right? But if you're in a really tight city situation like this, when you're stop and go traffic and a lot of red lights, I think this is the best chassis that BMW makes. Even to this day, I think the M2 is easily the best car they make. The M8 Comp is kind of cool. The M5 Comp is pretty cool, but I think the M2 is the perfect size. It's kind of paying homage to that E46 M3 size, and I want to say that when I first read the review for this thing, when I first got this car all those many years ago, I read some article, and it was this review. They took the M235 and the 228 out, and they had more fun in the 228. The weight distribution was a little bit better. They could put the pedal down a little bit more. I was probably just trying to justify getting the smaller engine, but it's a lot of fun, man, and it's really, really close to that E46, like perfect size. Everything's angled towards you. It's not too big. Like, I don't know, I can't describe it. It's really just like the perfect size. The steering wheel is nice and thick and bolstered. I got the M package, so it's got this nice, you know, the nice one. And honestly, to the unassuming person, I get asked all the time, my friends that aren't really into cars, they hear the car start up and they're like, oh, is this an M3? Is this an M4? Is this a M whatever? I mean, look at this. Oh, shit's going everywhere. Like, look at that. I just hit red line 3 times pretty much. That is not possible in my C63, and I'm, oh, sorry, buddy. I didn't know this lane closed. That's my bad. And it just eats these corners real well, man. It's so balanced. It's not even like a sports car, right? This 228, I feel like I see more moms driving it than anything, especially out and about. Tunnels right here. Never mind, you probably couldn't hear anything. that was dumb. And in sport mode, it just kind of knows, like, I step on the pedal, it drops a gear even when I'm already at 75 miles per hour. Like, it's just a fun car, man. I like to say that BMW makes sports cars that are trying to be luxury cars, and Mercedes makes luxury cars that try to be sports cars. Even though they have like the GT and the C63 and the E63 that are really good at being sports cars, it's still like, this is just raw, you know, like the technology's not too crazy, like there's nothing too fancy in here. It's got a cool drivetrain, a cool chassis, and a cool little engine that makes a little bit more power than it should, honestly. And look at this, like, it's just fun. Like, it's just a fun car. Not a single regret buying this car. I got it for, at the exact price of $24,500 back in 2016, I want to say. So it was a 2-year-old car at the time. And I'm gonna sell it either this week or next, and I got an offer for $18,500. So, I mean, that's not too bad, man. Not too bad at all. If you break it down, I spent pretty much like a little under $200 a month to drive this car, if you really want to, you know, break it down like that. And that I'll pay $200 a month any day for this thing. Oh. Oh man, it's just so fun. Like, it's so good. It's like a little go-kart, I want to say, right? You don't get the most power ever, but it's very comparable to a lot of pocket rockets. And I mean, everything that I can say really just applies to the M2, and especially the M240 just a little bit more. But I mean, even with the M2, that thing's fast, man. You're getting what, 400 something horsepower? And I feel like that's an argument for a lot of the cars nowadays that are coming out past like 2017, 18. Even the electric cars are getting really stupidly fast. As we get the city skyline in front of us, it's becoming kind of impossible to just like drop a gear and then just kind of go, you know what I mean? Like, you're catching a ticket or a body in half the cars that come out nowadays. And I mean, it's fun, you know what I mean? Especially when you could take it to a place that you can drive it, like a drag strip or like a track or anything like that. But you're driving the car on public roads 99% of the time, and that's when you want to have the most fun, you know what I mean? You buy a car to make that daily commute the most fun, especially a daily driver like this. And honestly, it's really fun stock. Like, you just need to add a couple things to it, spend less than $1,000 to it, then you have yourself a really lively car that's not exactly like every other 2 Series out there. You know, add a little roof wrap or something, lower the car maybe a little bit, and then you get yourself like a proper sports car. It's not breaking the bank, and it's got a pretty reliable, you know, engine and everything to it. You just gotta treat it right, and it's amazing. We're in the heart of Chinatown right now, which is great. Pick up some real delicious food, and that's gonna be the video, man. Thank you all so much for watching, for tuning in. If you guys have a 2 Series and you love that bitch, or you want one, or you have any questions or whatever, make sure to put it in the comments down below. I would love to hear or see more about them. DM me pictures on IG if you got any cool cars, and that's gonna be the video, man. Thank you all so much. We got more C63 content coming soon. This bad boy is finally going back to a new owner or whatever. It just at 60,000 miles, as you can see, so no more miles on this, so we can keep at least a couple more dollars on it. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. If you were wondering what this was the entire time, by the way, it's a little piece of sushi, which is great. It's adorable. Got to keep this for my next car for sure. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.